And the last day I had a Nyanika is no coffee, sore throat. Now today I don't see Nyanika. Where are you? Maybe not feeling well. So anyway, so we will start by reciting Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So previous week we studied Dwara Katha, okay, and many days on Dwara Katha we have spent. So today we will move to another session, that is Dhammodesa session. So far, I think because we pay too much attention on the Atha Salini, that's why you may lose your eye, okay, from the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So so far, up to the end of Dwara Gatha, what we can know is that from the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, the first paragraph of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī we have done. Okay, first page, first paragraph. Where are you? Where is the Dhammasaṅgaṇī? Okay, Dhammasaṅgaṇī. Sorry. That's a main summary. Candamuka. Okay, paragraph number 1. Okay, paragraph number 1. Candamuka. Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pali. Up to the Imedhamma paragraph number 1 we have done. Okay. How many? I count lecture numbers is about 20, right? Now today is 21. So with the 20 lectures, we finish only one paragraph in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So it is about the Kusala. So if we sum up how Kusala Dhamma arise. So Kusala Dhamma is so among the Kusala Dhamma, the Buddha first explained Kamavajara Kusala Dhamma. Okay, among the Kamavajara Kusala Dhamma also we have 8 Kamavajara Kusala Dhamma. How is with the Swamanasa feeling, pleasant feeling. Another part is neutral feeling, with the neutral feeling. And also, again, we can divide the Kamavajara Kusala Jeta into 2 by means of association with the wisdom and dissociation from the wisdom. Okay, 4. So also another way we can divide Asankharika and prompted 4. Sasankharika prompted 4. So in the first Mahakusala Jeta is Kamavajara Kusala Jeta is associated right together with the pleasant feeling, associated with the wisdom, okay, and also what unprompted Asankharika. So that Jeta arise taking one of the objects, one of the 6 objects, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and my mental object. Okay, among these 6 objects, it may take one of them. Okay, it may take one of them object, one of these objects. So by taking this object in mind, Mahakusala Jeta arise. So then Mahakusala together with the once the Mahakusala Jeta arise, here in the first paragraph, 57, right? 57 mental concomitants they rise together with the Mahakusala Jnana Samyutta first Jeta. Not only 57, with the last sentence, Yewa Bana Dasme Samaye, Anyebi Ati Padija Smobana Arubino Dhamma. With this words, we can include 9 more Dhammas, led by the Chanda, Adimokha, Manasikara, okay, Abhamanya, and so on. So I already explained previously about these 9 Dhammas. It is technically called in the commentary as what? Yeva Panaka Dhamma. Okay? Because they occasionally arise. And they occasionally arise. They rise sometimes, they don't rise at another time. So that's why it is included under the Yeva Panaka Dhamma. So you can say what? 57 plus 9. It means 66 dhammas. Okay? 66 dhammas are there. The rising of these 66 dhamma at the point when our eye sensitivity come into contact with the a visible object, or ear sensitivity with the sound, and then nose sensitivity with the smell, and then dance sensitivity with the taste, and then body sensitivity with the touch, and then mind, how to say, our mind come into contact with the mental object. Okay, at that moment, Mahakusala Jeta arise. First Mahakusala Jeta arise, and together with the Jeta, 57 plus 9 mental fetters also arise together. So that arising of this mentality is called what? Karma Kusala Dhamma. Okay, these are Kusala Dhamma in general. Specifically, we can say these are Mahakusala. First Mahakusala Jeta arises. Okay, first Mahakusala arise. So here, as you see, the title is Chitubhada Kanda. Not only the rise, Chitta arise, but also how Chitta arise. Okay, Chitta arise together with the Chittasika. So that first paragraph we have done. So among these 57 dhammas, the first dhamma mentioned, the Buddha mentioned here is to get the first dhamma the Buddha mentioned is phasa. Okay, the first dhamma that arise together with the Mahakusala, first Mahakusala Jeta is phasa. Okay, this is what the Buddha mentioned in the order of a discourse. So phaso hodi, that's means phaso hodi. It starts with the phasa. So that point we are going to study. Now we are in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. We are on the page number 2. Page number, yeah, we can simply Dhammasaṅgaṇī is page number 18, paragraph number 2. In the Candamuka edition. Kadamo dasmai samaye paso hodi. At that time. Okay, what kinds of pasa is there? Yo dasmai samaye paso pusana, sampusitatam. Okay, here. Where is it there? Okay, there. Those who don't have a Pali, here you can see Yo dasmai samaye paso hodi. Pusana, sampusitata. So that we are now there. Okay, on that paragraph of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So in the Athasalini, regarding that Dhamma, Athasalini, you can see page number 150. The Exposita 143. Okay, Exposita 143 page number. The question is that why is the phasa mentioned here first? Okay, why Phasa is mentioned there first? Among these 57 Dhammas. Okay, so because if you study, you have Sangha at the very beginning of the Chetasika chapter, there you can see four feathers. Okay, four feathers of being a Chetasika. Ego Bada arise together. Okay, to become a Chetasika, it should meet the requirement of these four requirements. Okay, whatever Chetasika. Whatever mentality should meet the requirement of for these four requirements. Number one is ego bada, rise together with the citta. Okay, any citta, so-called citta, should arise together with the citta. So also ega nirodha should ceases to exist together. Okay, should disappear together with the citta. Ega lamana should take the same object. Okay, only way it can be called as a Chitasika. And then Ega Vatuka should base on the same base. Okay, should depend on the same base. So whatever base might take, Mende Vedas or Mende Konkomede also take that same object. So if there arise 52 Chitasika or 57 or 66 Dhamma, right together with the first Makusala Chitta, then they should have arrived together. Okay, there should not be what? Phasa first, Vedana second, Sanya third, and so on. We should not have such an order. Why? In that case, why we are having, or why the Buddha mentioned the Phasa first there? That is the question. Both by the Atasalini on the page number 150. Atasalini, there they mention what I write. Kasama banida paso wa batama wodo. Okay, only do the pasa. Very, very easy answer is that because we cannot put everyone in the first place. Okay, we cannot put everyone in the first place. But here, Atasalini answer is Chaitasa Patama Bini Badada. Okay, the answer of the Atasalini gave the two reasons. Okay, one is the Chaitasa Patama Bini Badada. Okay, also, and then another number two reason is on the page number 151. Here I write it down here because I believe that all of you are very clever in Pali now. So here I put it Tambo Viya. Okay, Tambo Viya. Sahajada Sambiyuddha Dhammana Balawa Bajayo Hodi. Tamba means the pool. So if we are building a house or a monastery, then what do you need? Very important one is the pool. Okay, we have to erect the pool. So after having erected the pool, then there we can put bed or roof or whatever, many other things. Because the pool serves as a very strong support. Balawa Bajayo, Balawa means strong. Okay, very, very strong. Bajaya means support. Strong support. So also here, Phasa serve as a strong support for the Sahajada Dhamma. Okay, Sahajada Dhamma, the Dhamma that arise together, and also Sambiyuddha Dhamma, the Dhamma that associate with the Margusala Jeta. Okay, so Phasa is a very commentary firstly explain, give a two reasons. Number two reason is Sajada, Sambiyuddha Dhamma, Balawa Bacheyo Hodi, because it is strong support. For the dhammas that arise together, that associate with Mahakusala Cheda. Like a what? Like a tambo viya. Viya means like. Okay? Tambo viya, like a bull. Bull is a supportive, strong support for the other parts of the house. So also, Phasa is a strong support for the Phasa provides strong support for the uh, Dhamma that associate with and also right together with the what? Mahakusala, first Mahakusala Cheda. And also number one is how to translate it. I think on the page number Atasalini you may have you may have a look at the Atasalini. Where is that? Oh, here. Page number 142. Okay. We ran away. Page number 142. But why is the contact mentioned here first? Okay, that's the question. Kasama Manida Pasowa Padama Hodoti. The answer is Chedasa Padama Bini Badada, because of its being the first. Okay, because Phasa is the first. The first what? The first incidence of a consciousness on an object. Binibada means when mind consciousness come into contact with the object, the phasa, okay, phasa, patama binibada, firstly arises, okay, firstly arises. That's why, that's the one reason. So here what? Arises touching the object. So this is the translation given for the Chetasa Patama Vinibadada. Then therefore it is mentioned first. Here commentator gave here if you read, if you continue to read, then the paragraph on the page number 143, there you can. Why they are running so quickly? Touching by contact, consciousness experience by feeling, perceive by feeling, perceives by perception, something like that. This is a quotation. Okay, quotation from where? Quotation number 3 is Vediyati. Photo JDC for the Samyutta Nikaya number 2, volume 2. This is a quotation, reference from the Samyutta Nikaya. Further, just as in, that's for the another reason. In this case, commentator does not give any other explanation, but just provide what? Direct quotation from the Samyutta Nikaya regarding the first answer. Okay, regarding the first reason of Chetasa Patama Binipadada. Then regarding the second question here, second reason, further, just as in a palace, a pillar, okay, pillar is a strong support to the rest of the structure, just as the beams, cross beams, wind supports, and roof, rafter, cross rafter, neck pieces are bound to the pillar. Okay, pole or pillar fits onto the pillar, so it so is the content, a strong support to the coexisting and also associated states. Sayadaw Dhamma, here translated coexistence. Samyuddha Dhamma, associated states. Balawa Bhajaya, strong support. So in this way, with the simile, another for the second reason, commentator give with the simile, give explanation with the simile of the pillar or pole. So it is like the pillar, and the remaining states are like the rest of the structure. So remaining Mahakusala Cheda, or as well as what 57 or 66, 56, and also 65 mentalities, they are like a structure. But the commentator itself, maybe he is not agree with that kind of explanation. That's why in the following this paragraph. But why again is it mentioned first? Okay, for the foregoing gives no reason. So let me go back to the Pali. Where are you? So that's why commentator gave a what? Even though he provided these two reasons, maybe it is the reason or the established reason in the Asian commentaries. So that's why he passed mentioned these two reasons for being the first. And then commentator said, Idambana agaranam. Okay? This is not the reason. This is not the reason, he said. But it is no reason. It's not reasonable, maybe. Something like why? Why he said. Here I copied Pali from the Atasalini. Ekas chidas meini. Okay, in one jida. Obana dhammana. Among the dhamma that arise together with the one jida. Ayam batamo obano. That jida, this jida arrive first. Ayam bacha. This jida is second or later. Idi, thus, idan, this way. Odhan nalava. Okay, there is no occasion to be said. Okay, or to mention that when a jada arises, or this dhamma arrives first, or this dhamma arises later, and so there's no such a how to say, no such an occasion to say like this. So it is, that's why it is improper to say, because they write, as I explained you in the very beginning, Jidasika arrive together with the Jida. Okay? Maybe it may be 100 or maybe 1,000 or whatever, 52 or whatever Jida arise, they rise together with the other mental concomitants. So it may be 38 for the Mahakusala, or 27 for the Akusala, and so on. They rise together simultaneously. We cannot say that the first arise first, we did not arise later, and so on. So that is the reason. That's why commentator Buddha Gosa gave a reason. This is not proper to say. And also regarding the second reason, Buddha Gosa explain that the Balawa Bhajaya Bhawe be, okay, in the state of a being, strong support, okay, Pasasa Garana Na Desadi, okay, there it does not appear the reason of the Pasa, okay, being a strong support for the other Dhamma, okay, so if we study another maybe Patana or whatever, so Pasa is not emphatically mentioned in the as a strong support or decisive support for the arising of other mentalities, other mental concomitants. So that's why, with these two reasons, commentator want to how to say? I want to say no. Okay. Uh, the previously giving 2 reasons. That is number 1, Chedasa Patama B Nipadada, and then Sajada Sambhyuda Dhammana Balawa Bachayo. So these 2 reasons he turned down. Okay. By saying Idambana Agarana, there is no reason. Okay, there is not the case to be mentioned. So that is the point. So then what? So here, so Desanawari Wabana Paso Batama Buddha. This is the way commented Manuva Buddha Gosa want to say why Pasa is mentioned first. Okay. First, why Pasa is mentioned first. Desana wari na eva. Okay. Desana means discourse. Desana wari na eva. Or way of preaching. Or in terms of bana means bad here. However, paso bataman wodo. It means with the word eva. I think you study the word ewa is very meaningful. If you see the word ewa means only, okay? Only, but with the word ewa or only, we can understand that not because of other reason, but because of this reason, okay? Not because of these 2 reasons. Okay, not because of rising, the first incidence in the rising of the Jada on the object, and also not because of the being a strong support for the rising of another mental concomitants, but because of the in, because of the Desanawara, preaching, because of the discourse. Because in the order of discourse, okay, in the order of preaching, Phasa is placed first. Okay, Phasa is placed in the first position. So, yeah, and then commentator want to say another, want to suggest something. Yeah, Dhammesu Bobba Parakamo Nama Nabri Sidabo Nabri Sidabo. It should not be searched. It should not be sought. Okay. Should not be seeked. What? Bobba Parakamo, Bobba Abra, Kama. Kama means the order. The order of the mentalities. Okay, order of the maybe Phasa first, Vedana, Sanya, second, that, and so on. That way is not proper. That way of a pioneer order or the rising of the Dhamma is not proper to search for. But so he suggests Vachanata, Lakana, Rasadi Hipana, Dhammewa, Dhammesu Eva. Yeah. Dhamma Eva. Yeah. Dhamma Eva. Dhamma Eva Pariya Siddhava. Okay. Vasanatha Lakana Rasadihi Pana. Dhamma Eva Pariya Siddhava. So that Eva should be joined with the Rasadihi Eva. Okay. So if you want to search the Dhamma, the way suggested to search is what? In terms of the Vachanatha, okay? In terms of the Vachanatha, the meaning of the Dhamma, okay? the grammatical meaning of the Dhamma, you can see him. Or through the word analysis, you can find, okay, Phasa is derived from this or that root, and also it is joined with the suffix what and so on. And also it happens in the sense of a what. So that is the way the way to be used in such of the Dhamma, okay? Vajanata, and also Lakhana, characteristics, okay? So if we want to know the Dhamma, we have to how to say, we have to try to understand by means of the Lakhana, characteristics is a characteristic. For example, what a Vedana is a characteristic of a what? Feeling, okay? Sanya is a perceiving object, and so on. So these characteristics we have to understand. So that is proper way, a better way, and also more beneficial. Then the finding which one comes first, which one comes later, and so on. And also rasa dihi, rasa means the function, okay? Characteristics, function, and then rasa dihi with the word adi, okay? With the word adi, adi you can use here, Vajanata, Lakhana, and then rasa. And then adi, with the word adi, you can take a pachupathana and then padathana. Okay? This is the meaning, characteristic, function, manifestation, and then what? Approximate cause. Okay, approximate cause. Padathana. So in this way, this is the proper way for us to search or to find out the Dhamma. In terms of the meaning, in terms of characteristics, in terms of the function, in terms of what Vajupatthana, how to say, function, manifestation, okay, in terms of the result, Padathana. Padathana is a what? Padathana is a cause, approximate cause. So that's why, in this way, commentators are trying to, how to say, we can understand that the way in which commentator use in his writing is that uh, he firstly provide the general or general consensus, or maybe how to say, general agreement or the Asian commentaries that why Phasa is a place passed by the Buddha. This is the general, general idea or general agreement, common agreement. But he don't like. That's why he trying to reject by providing two ways. Okay, and then he want to say what it is not because of the Phasa right, Phasa appear first in the Pali text. Not because of it's being the first incidence in the rising of a Cheda on the object. And also it is not because of the being a strong support for the rising of the other coexistence and associated dhammas. Okay. But it is Tisanawara Vasena. Okay. So he want to say that. Because it's just merely saying, merely teaching way. So, but in that case also, maybe in my understanding that commentator needs to provide a more interpretation, more explanation. Why this Nawara is like this, like that, okay? But in this case, commentator don't give much detailed explanation. Rather, commentator encourage the readers or the students of the Abhidhamma that this is not the way. It is not proper to find out the order of the Dhamma in the process, in the rising of the Chitta, but it would be better to find out the Dhamma, whatever Dhamma, by means of definition, by means of meaning, by means of characteristic function, manifestation, and also proximate cause. This is the way commentator shift the question from the question of the order, and also to he want the student to emphasize. Okay, so as a research students of the Buddha Dhamma, we have to. I think it's a very good way of writing, even though it is not yet not so much, how to say, agreeable, but we have to accept this way, common standard. So here, after that, Athasalini trying to explain that what is a characteristic also of the fasa. So, and then is a what? Fusana lekano, that is characteristic, is a fusana. You may have a look on the where? On the paragraph, on the Athasalini. Where are you, Athasalini? Here. Pusadidi Paso, it touches. Contact. Pasa means it touches. Pusadidi. Pusadi touch. It has a touching as is a salient characteristic. Okay? Lakana. Lakana here, commentator use, the translator uses as salient characteristic. So, Hasa is a mende concomitant. That concomitant has a function of what? Characteristic of touching. And also, it is what? Its a function is impact. Impact is a what? Sangadana. Sangadana raso. Impact as is a function. Sangadana. And then another one is Sanibada Bachubhatano. Sanibada. Sanibada means coming together, okay? Something like a meeting, okay? Something like a meeting. So during our Buddha's time, there is a first Savaka Sanibada, okay? Something like Bhattama Savaka Sanibada, the first disciple meeting, okay? The first meeting of the disciples, okay? The second meeting of the disciples, and then the third meeting of the disciples, and so on. So that Sanibada is called meeting, as well as here it is what? Coinciding, coincide. Sanibada, or we can simply understand that coming together. Here coming together of what? Or the physical visits, and also object, vatu, aramana, and also what? Consciousness. Okay, vatu, aramana, and object, consciousness. This coming together, or this point is called, these three things is called what? Sangadana rasa is a what? Function, manifestation. In our mind, when we talk about the phasa, what do you see? What does appear in our mind? Okay, when you talk about the phasa, suppose you are a meditation master, maybe now also you may be master, or maybe in the near future you may be master of meditation. So other day, if you talk about the phasa, okay, if you encourage meditators to pay attention on the phasa, so what does appear on your mind, in your mind, as a phasa? Here, Pachupadana is a manifest. Okay, it appears in our mind. When we talk about the phasa appear in our mind in this manner or in that manner, Okay, or if we talk about the Vedana, uh, so maybe we can simply say visualize. Okay, we have to visualize the Vedana. Okay, a Vedana looks like this, uh, or if we have a Vedana, we can experience it this way or that way. So you're trying to visualize, okay? And then when we are trying to visualize that Vedana or Phasa, yeah, it appear in our mind or this way, in this way or in that way. That is called Pachupadana. Okay, but Pachupadana means appearance in our mind. Okay, the way in which it appears in our mind, Pachupadana. So, but regarding the phasa, if we talk about the phasa, maybe we may, sometimes we may, it may be in our mind that it touching may be, but the proper way is what? Coming together of the meeting of the what? Meeting of the what? Uh, Meeting of the three things. Number one is what to physical basis. Maybe eye sensitivity, object is a visible object, and then eye consciousness. The meeting point of these three things is called, these three is called Pachupadana or Sanipada. Then another one is, the last one is what? Proximate cause. The object which has entered the avenue or the awareness. Abhata gada. Abhatam gada. Abhata gada visaya. Visaya means the object. Okay? Abhata appear. Gada means come into appearance. Okay? The object that come into appearance, or here is has entered the avenue of our mental object, our mind, our sensitivity is a proximate cause. Maybe there may be many objects are there, but uh, maybe sometimes because of we pay to pay attention. That's why that object may not come into contact with our sensitivity. Sometimes because of any other hindrances, something like maybe because we are inside the wall or inside the room, and so there is not enough light. So these are hindrances, physical hindrances are there. Sometimes there may be mental hindrances are there. So if they are if the object is hindered by these things, they may not come into our, avenue. So in that case, that object may not be the proximate cause for the rising of a phasa. So that's why commentator specifically mentioned that uh, with the word abhatagata, object that appears, okay, object that appears in our respective sensitivity. So these are the proximate. In this way, commentator want to commentator lead is a leader is a readers to follow his way. Okay, his way is not to find out the order of a sequential order of the Dhamma in the process of arising, in the but he wants us to take it as a way of preaching. Okay, Desana was in it is as a way of preaching. What he want us to understand is that we better pay attention if we study the phenomena, the Dhamma. We have to pay attention the meaning, the characteristic, function, manifestation, and also proximate cause. Uh, so that is the way commentator want, and also in this with this manner, he continue to explain. Maybe up to another paragraph, another page number 152 in the Atta Salini, up to the nearly end. Okay. So the following explanations are about the Lakkhana, characteristics, and also function, manifestation, and also what? Proximate cause. So he trying to explain. So how do I, for you to understand, I got where is it that? Pali, some of the Pali was taken here. So Vajanata Pusriti Phaso, and then Lakkhana is what? Pusana Lakkhana. Gadana Raso, Sangat, English translation is what? Impact. As if regarding that rasa, so we have we have to understand is that rasa is of two kinds. Okay, rasa is of two kinds. Number one is a kicha rasa. Okay. Number two is here sampati rasa. So rasa means it is translated as a function. Okay. That function is of two kinds. So the action itself is also when when there is a function, so the function is in progress. At that time, the intended uh, uh, intention is not yet accomplished. Okay, we are still doing. For example, there is a ceremony. Okay, birthday ceremony. Birthday ceremony is there. Birthday celebration is there. The function is the birthday function. In that case, we have to order the cake and also invite the friends and family members, and also prepare tables and dishes and so on, decorate the room and so on. And also when they are coming, people are coming, and also maybe you are light, candles are lighted, okay, and also people are singing that maybe happy birthday to you and so on. So this is the function. Function is in progress, okay. So whatever function in progress is called what? Kecha rasa, not yet accomplished. Okay. So that's why in the Manisara Manjusatika, definition of the function is given here. Rasiyati Nepadiyati Diraso. It means Kecham. It refers to the Kecha. Function is still in progress. So, and also another thing is a Sampati Rasa. Sampati Rasa is a Rasati Sampajati Di Raso. Okay, this is accomplished. The whole function is fully accomplished. So in that case, we emphasize on the what? Accomplishment of an action, accomplishment of a function. For example, birthday celebration is successfully uh, celebrated. Okay, birthday function is successfully celebrated. So in that case, somebody Okay, then there are also Manisara Manjusatika explain that Rasadi Sampajati di Raso, and then you understand that kind of a definition. So whenever we define the word, uh, we try to make a Vachanatha, okay, or Vigaha, we say. So this one is a what? Katu Sadhana, okay? The word Katu Sadhana, Rasadi, di Raso. The meaning of a rasa is what? Sambhajana, Sambhajati, okay, successful, succeeds, it succeeds. That's why it is called rasa. So it means perfection, come into the perfection or come into the accomplishment. This one is a stay. Rasiyadi Nepal is what? Kama sadhana. Okay, Kama sadhana to be accomplished. Okay, something that is to be accomplished. Something to be accomplished is called rasa. So in kinds of rasa, suppose if you say Sangatana rasa, okay, Sangatana rasa, Sangatana rasa, if you take, what to say, the contact between eye sensitive visible object, okay, or Sangatana rasa, in the case of a Sangatana rasa here, is a giving word. Kecha rasa, and then the term is the same, Sangatana rasa, but the meaning may be different. What rasa do you take? Okay, if you take Sangatana rasa as what? Phasa has a Sangatana function. What does it do? Is that contact both the eye consciousness and visible object. So in that case, eye consciousness and the visible object come into contact. Okay, if you take the function of a Sangatana as like this, then it is called, we are emphasizing on the Kecha rasa. Okay, because function is not yet finished, accomplished, but still in progress. But so if you take a Sangatana rasa as a what? The phasa that arises because of the striking between eye, because of the contact between eye sensitivity and visible object, or because of coming together with the eye sensitivity and visible object. In that case, we are uh, interpreting the same word, Sangatana rasa, but our emphasis is on the Sampati rasa, accomplishment of the what? Function of the phasa. So in this way, that way of explanation also you can find on the in the following paragraphs that explain about the rasa. Okay, so because if we read translation in detail, it may take time. So also that is regarding the Lakkhana is very obvious. That's why I don't need to explain you. Something which has a variation, I will explain. Pachupatthana is the what? Sannibhada Pachupatthana. Okay, so you just take only this one, Sannibhada Pachupatthana. So here also, regarding the Pachupatthana, as I explained before, Pachupatthana is a what? Manifestation. Okay? Manifestation, it manifests or it appears in our mind. So suppose if uh, if we hear someone saying that COVID-19 is if we hear that, then what appear in our mind? Maybe a kind of maybe picture, a kind of picture appear in our mind nowadays. Previously, we have no idea at all what it looks like. Okay, but nowadays with the help of the science, uh, medical science, uh, they trying to make a kind of image. Okay, image of that virus. COVID-19 is something like this, like a ball with the many spokes. Okay, with the many spokes around a ball. So that image appear in our mind. That is called Pachubatana. Okay, if we say Pasa, what appear in your mind? Okay, that's a very important point. We have to ask ourselves. Every mental concomitance, if we talk about, then we have to consider, Vedana, what is the Vedana? If someone say Vedana, how it appear in our mind, okay? That's the goal. We are trying to understand Pachubatana of every mental fact, every ultimate realities. So that kinds of Pachubatana is also of two kinds. Number one is Upadhana Pachubatana. Okay, Upadhana Pachubatana. And it means a kind of, how to say, the way in which it appears in our mind. Another thing is Phala Pachubatana. Okay, Phala Pachubatana is result. Okay, if someone say maybe if someone say what it, lemon or lime is okay, the fruit lime fruit is sour. Okay, lime fruit is sour. Then at that time what appear in our mind is the taste of the, how to say, lime fruit appear in our mind. Okay, actually we didn't have a taste yet. Okay, the fruit is there, but we didn't have it. We didn't try to eat it, bite it. But the taste appear in our mind. That kind of thing is a result. Okay, phala pachubatana. So another upadhana, another pachubatana is called upadhana. Okay, upadhana pachubatana. That's called what? It is interpreted in the expositor as a coincidence, coincidence, or we can simply interpret as a coming together. Okay, coming together of the uh, basis, physical basis, and also object, and as well as mind. Okay, basis, objects, mind, or we can say in another way, uh, sensitivities, and also objects, and also consciousness. So this combination or coming together or rising together of these three things, or coming together is better. Of these three things is called Sanibada. Sanibada means like this. So here, for the Phasa, some past time we may say, if we hear the Phasa, the saying, if we hear the other people saying that there is a Phasa, so sometimes it appear in our mind that Phasa means, or Phasa is a like combination or coincidence or coming together of basically physical objects, and also physical basis, and also it appear in your mind. It means what? Upadhana, Pachupadhana is appearing. Okay, sometimes Phasa when you hear the word phasa, but it appear in your mind that a sensation appear, okay? Sensation. Whenever there is a phasa, there contact, there will be a kind of feeling, okay? So maybe someone beat you. In that case, a painful feeling arise, okay? Sometimes you rub, okay, you rub a puppy, or maybe a dog, maybe pet, or maybe dog or cat, and so on. Or maybe sometimes you rub on the very soft and smooth objects, then you may be pleasant. The touch is there. Once the touch is there, then the feeling will be followed. So at some point, when other people say there is a phasa, so what appear in our mind is not the meeting point of all three things, but the feeling firstly appear in our mind. In that case, what we have to understand is that, oh, phala pachupattana is appearing. Okay, phala is appearing in our mind. Okay, so in this way we have to understand two kinds of patthana. Pachupattanas are there. Pachupattana means the way it appear in our mind. Okay. The function may the processing may appear sometimes, the result may appear at another times. But both of them can be taken as a what? Pachupattana. So then the last one is a Badathana, Abadhagata Visaya Badathana. So that is not much to say about the Abadhagata. So only when it appear, it come into the entrance. Okay, come into the only when you enter into the gate of a monastery. Okay, we can say, oh, that Upasaka is a kami, Upasika is a kami, like that. Okay, otherwise we will not be, maybe Phasa will not be recognized, or Phasa will not appear, okay, without the appearance of an object in the avenue of the Phasa. So that is about something about the Phasa. So mental concomitants are very interesting because they are, how to say, abstract things. So abstract, we cannot with the wisdom eye. But we can, with the help of the Buddha teachings, Buddha's teaching, and with the help of the commentary explanation, we have a very good opportunity to visualize or to understand the characteristic, the function, manifestation, and also what proximate cause of the each and every. So we are very, very, how to say, lucky, we have to say. We are lucky uh, to have such a Buddha teachings as well as a commentary, explanation, and so on. So that, but it is not the end, okay? We have to understand that this is not the end. The Buddha teaching, commentary, explanations are not the end. So we have to explore by ourselves. uh, using the Buddha's teaching and commentary explanation as a tool, as a very useful tool for our own exploration. Okay. Otherwise, we may end up only with the Suddhamaya Jnana. Okay. Just studying, understand, listening. You know it. You may seem to know, but actually we don't know yet. So only through our own exploration, of the. So suppose the phasa, today we talk about the phasa. So you try to visualize. Everyone have heard about the phasa. So but maybe very few people recognize real characteristic of a function, characteristic of a phasa, and then function, how it manifests in our mind. Maybe we may think, oh, it is phasa. But actually we have to pay attention how it appears in our mind when we say about the phasa. Okay, when we hear about the phasa, and also what is the cause, how that, how, for example, here an object appear, how the object make a phasa to rise. So that in this way we have to explore further. Only when, only then uh, we can proceed from the Sudamaya Jnana, Lani wisdom through the Lani, and then Chindamaya Jnana, wisdom through the what? Through the thinking or pondering or deep reflection, and also Bhavana Jnana. We have to develop that kind of wisdom, understanding again and again, and also we have to apply that kinds of understanding within ourselves, maybe internally or externally, or both internally and externally, then that come into the perfection. So that way, that kind of how to say, uh, acquiring knowledge, applying, maybe pondering the knowledge, and also application of the knowledge of the Abhidhamma will be very, very, how to say, useful for your pursuit or the attainment of Nibbana. I think, okay, that's all for today, right? What time is it? 50 past 8. Okay, thank you so much for your listening. May you be healthy, wealthy, peaceful, successful. So Buddha
Thank you,
Sasana,
Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Buddha Sasana, Jiran, Later,
Sasana Chiran Vedadu
Buddha
Sasana Chiran Vedadu Sasana Chiran Vedadu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Sasana.